I'm going to share an idea with you today on this episode that's going to help you with your discovery calls to accelerate deals to your pipeline a lot faster. Believe you me, I've made the mistake already. Please, for the love of everything that's holy, learn from this. Check it out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast. I'm your host, Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, I'm going to tackle a topic when it comes to your discovery calls that if you just do this one thing, I promise you it's going to help your deals to accelerate a lot faster. And you're going to find yourself not in the quagmire that I found myself in. If this is your first time listening to our podcast, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll make sure to notify you every time we drop a new piece of content. Particularly, we focus a lot on helping you to build pipe and also helping you to close. So today, I want to go into this topic. This comes around this comes around like your discovery phase, and here's the issue. And I know you probably could relate from it, but I've had many deals go the way of the earth because something changed or I assumed something along the process. So let me give you an example. For instance, I had a situation where I was working with someone, that person changed and new people came into the process. Now, I assumed that things were good, but I didn't do the consultant approach in the beginning. I didn't get all the new people on board with the deal. Essentially, the deal collapsed and it fell apart naturally because the person that was there that took over, I thought they had control. I thought they knew what they were doing. And it turns out there was more political things going on inside the organization. And I didn't have privy to that because I didn't have an eye inside the organization per se. And I didn't lead as a consultant. And because I didn't lead as a consultant, the deal fell apart and I lost it. And you know what? I learned a lot from it. So here's what I would tell you. How do I fix this now? Now, this particular situation was a little unique, but let's say you're prospecting for the first time, you got a disco with somebody, and that person is developing, becoming the champion. What I would tell you to do, and what I made a mistake on, was more people have to come involved because you've done this deal type like 5 times, 10 times, maybe 50 times. You're familiar with this. So you know who needs to be involved in a process. Instead of guessing that the person is going to naturally bring them, or you're afraid that you're going to step on toes and get somebody, maybe lose. You think they're going to look bad in front of the managers, or you feel like you're going to, like just whatever reasons come in your head. But all of these things that's coming to my head, like I didn't want to step on a person's toes, so I didn't push the deal too much, push this topic too much. But as the consultant, and I know what could go wrong, it is my moral obligation to bring that up and to talk about it. And I didn't do that. I didn't do that in a simple example I gave you. And the new people weren't on board. And internally they had strife, but I didn't have visual into that. But what I would have done differently, and what I've learned over the years to do differently, is in that disco, paint the picture of what needs to happen. I've talked about this before, but I'm just telling you, man, it's real. Paint the picture for what needs to happen. So that might sound something like this. Jeremy, typically when we are making investments in this part of the organization, here are the top 3 people that needs to be a part of the deal in order for it to progress. If not, I can tell you that 1, the deal doesn't progress properly. 2, they're going to have issues later on. Or 3, it's just not, whatever. You could come up with your thing, but there needs to be a real reason, and tell them. So, and here's why we need them to be engaged in this process in order for you to, and then tie back to the problem that they have. So maybe they're buying a new CRM. In order for you to get the CRM so you can have it functional across all organization, it's paramount that we have these people. Do you want me to reach out to them and to send them an invite? Do you want me to prepare something for you that you can use to send? What is the best approach to go about doing this? And then you go with that and you get them engaged. But the point is, we can't ask them who else they think should be in charge or be engaged in the process. You're the freaking expert. You tell them and let them know who needs to be there, and then go about inviting them. You can even go to the extent, say, I can email them if you'd like, or, they might say, no, I got it. I'll invite them. Then you can follow up with that person if they've invited them to the meeting. But you got to make sure those people are engaged. But that simple strategy of just painting to the picture of what good looks like and what's supposed to happen as the consultant, man, I'm telling you, man, I would have made so much more money. But you know what? You live and you learn. And from that, I've made up for it on the back end of it. So the one simple thing, again, be the consultant, embrace those awkwardness, because it may be awkward to ask them or to tell them what to do, but you are the professional. You are the one that's done this before. You've climbed Everest. And if you've climbed Everest, don't rely on somebody that's never climbed it before to be able to tell you what should be happening at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, it may be there may be the one with the money. Let's go back to climbing Everest. There may be paying for the expedition, but my goodness, they can't dictate what's going to happen because you're the one who knows the proper way. It's like them saying, well, I want to go this path. Like, if you go that path, you're going to die. Or I don't want to carry this much stuff. I'm paying for it. Well, yeah, if you don't carry enough things, you're going to die. So you're the expert. Please, please take it from that experience, that example, and put that in a process. So here's what I would want you to do. Again, reminding you, because I'm just trying to help you to solve this problem. When you have your disco, at the end of that disco, if you listen to my past episodes, the last 5 minutes, you dedicate that to the next step. Pull out you can put it on a PowerPoint, put it on a Canva, presentation. But I want you to outline it and say, here are the 3 individuals that's critical to the deal, critical to you implementing a new CRM. And they have to, and this is where they typically get engaged in the process. And then you ask, would you like to invite them? Would you like me to invite them to be a part of this? And the other part is I use a tool called Align. This is not a commercial for them. I'm not getting any money back or kickback or anything from Align, but I use Align because it allows for that project management focus. And I can show the prospect, this is what the deal stage looks like. This is what the buyer journey looks like. And here's where I need here's what we need to do next. Getting that to happen, I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference. They're going to visually see it and they're going to understand the process. But again, this also demonstrates that I know the path because I'm a consultant. I've climbed Everest before, and this is what needs to happen. So let me know your thoughts on this. You probably could win a lot more deals than I did early on in my career because I wasn't bold enough to ask these questions or to demonstrate this. I didn't want to rock the boat and cause problems, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna be getting nothing if you ain't rocking something. So I want to hear your feedback. Go on LinkedIn and hit me up, Donald C. Kelly. Let me know you heard this episode, Donald C. Kelly. Try this out, test it in your discos at the end of the disco, and tell me if you don't see magic happening. Or at the end of your initial call. You can try it at many different places. But I would love to hear your results on this. As always, I want you to thrive. I want you to succeed. But most importantly, I want you to go out and do big things. See you on the next one.